Hello everyone, this is Pallavi and you are watching Indian Masterminds. Today is really a very special day as we have with us one of the most celebrated IPS officers in this country, Mr. Abhyanand. He was never labeled as Dabang or Singham, still most dreaded criminal feared him for his intelligence. Besides being an IPS officer, he is also known as an educationalist, physicist and a social worker. During his 37 years in policing, he created a lot of impact with his new style and techniques of investigation and handling law and order. Recently, his book titled Unbounded My Experiments with Law, Physics, Policing, and Super 30 has been released. Today, we'll talk about that and try to know him a bit more. So, very welcome, sir, and many congratulations for the book.
Thank you, Pallavi.
Yeah. So, firstly, I would like to know that people know you as a teacher, social worker, and obviously one of the best cop. But how do you want to be remembered as?
Well, very frankly, I would like to be remembered as a good human being. I could
That
have been anything, but I would love to be remembered by the society that I have lived in and served in. As a good human being, as a good father, as a good brother, as a good son, as a good teacher, whatever role I have played in my life.
yeah,
I'd like to be remembered as at least a good person.
good person. Yeah, true. So, that whatever research I did, I got to know that you wanted to pursue physics as your career. Lekin some incidents happened, and you had to shift to Patna University from Delhi University. Things changed, and you became an IPS. So, do you feel you would have achieved much better or been more satisfied if you have continued with physics, or you are okay with whatever career you had with in IPS?
Well, the nature that God has given to me is never look back. What happened in life happened and it would have happened even otherwise. So I never looked back and thought, if this had not happened, then what would have happened? I never did that. Therefore, I don't have either calms about it or regrets about it, or I'm neither very pleased that I chose this line for myself. It was an alternative that I had at a particular junction in life, which I took. So, not really. I mean, this is too hypothetical to be answered.
Yeah. So now if I want to know कि physics पे अभी like now after you are retired physics पे कितना time spend करते हैं मतलब in reading or researching, do you do that or you have like मतलब completely say you have set apart with physics?
Well, after retirement, I'm spending much more time on physics and how to teach physics. Much more than what I used to do while I was in service, because I was teaching also while I was in service.
Yes, yes.
But now I spend much more time, much more.
Okay, sir. So now coming to Super 30. Like I think movie तो सबने देखी होगी and as since I am from Bihar so I know quite a lot about Super 30 and you were one of the main reason behind the beginning of this institution. Obviously they didn't show it in the movie but this is a fact, we all know it. So I wanted to know कि how it happened, like how did you collaborate with Anand sir?
It was coincidental mostly. There was no big plan as such for Super 30. All got started through some best of intentions, but no, plan for the future as such. My nature is that I don't plan things. It's just an insight that I get and start doing it. And I believe in the fact that if it is a good concept, it will grow. If it is not a good concept, it will die out, as they say in the Darwin's theory.
Mhm.
So this grew, Super 30. So obviously, it was a good concept.
Mhm.
This grew. And as I said earlier, there was nothing of a big plan as such. Even today, there is no big plan. There are certain basics, like I don't need money from anyone and I don't have enough money to give to somebody. But there is a plan, like how can teaching be done to these poor guys, and how can their life be changed? So it goes on. It's an open software, as I say.
Mhm.
You pick up ideas and bring it out as through a software under inverted comma,
Mhm.
and then let it grow. So that's how it has grown.
Okay. So would you like to tell us why did you part ways with him? Are you comfortable sharing that?
No, I think I have told this on many occasions. The basic concept in Super 30 was it was never meant to be a commercial thing.
Mhm.
And as you know,
Now
he
it has
was
changed.
professionally a teacher. I was not. I was professionally a policeman.
Yeah.
And I used to get my salary, which was more than enough.
Mhm.
So teaching was my passion. I did it as a passion. I never did it as a profession.
Mhm.
I was not there to get money out of Super 30 and fend for my family.
Mhm.
But when I found that the two were not going together well, they couldn't, profession and passion couldn't go together.
Mhm.
When I realized this, I quit.
Okay. So now that we are talking about Super 30, I really wanted to know this. I don't know if you will be comfortable sharing this or not. कि movie में there is no role of yours. वो दिखाया नहीं गया. He has been movie में he has been branded as a hero. Did you felt bad that your part was completely wiped out from the movie? They didn't even mention it. Did you feel bad, or it was like nothing for you? मतलब it didn't bother you. ऐसा था.
Not really, not really. Because as I told you, I was not into this field of blowing up things for myself.
Yeah.
I was not there for this. I was there to do something good for the poor guys who are talented in physics or mathematics.
Mhm.
So as I said, no, not really. And I was not even consulted. Why should I feel bad about it?
ओके सो एक और क्वेश्चन है थोड़ा मूवी से रिलेटेड ही सिंस आई एम अ मूवी बफ रिसेंटली आई सॉ परीक्षा एंड आई गॉट टू नो दैट समवेयर इट इज इंस्पायर्ड बाय योर लाइफ इज इट ट्रू और
Yeah,
नॉट
it has been written in the film itself. Right at the beginning, you'll find a slide,
या
inspiration from the director himself has written it.
ओके सो हाउ डिड यू बैलेंस बोथ अब वैसे आपने बताया मेंशन यू ऑलरेडी मेंशन कि ये कमर्शियल पर्पस यू डिडंट डू फॉर कमर्शियल पर्पस लेकिन फिर भी व्हाइल यू वर डूइंग इट you already had a job full time job then how did you balance both the role and the police officer and a teacher.
They started in 2002 and it went on. 2002 to 2005, I was on posts which were very typical with 10 to 5 sort of jobs. Before 10 and after 5, I was quite free. So I devoted a lot of time before 10 and after 5. Holidays full time because my children were not there. They had gone into their institutes, Roorkee and Delhi.
Mhm.
But after 2005, 6, when I was saddled with responsibility of ADG headquarters and completely with law and order has to be brought back. I was given this task. Then I had not as much time, but even then, after finishing my office, which could have been, even after 7, I would still love to go and teach as a relaxation and then come back, have my grub, and go off to sleep.
Okay. So, during this time when you were teaching also and doing your job, were you ever told by your superiors in the force, "Ki resign from IPS and become a teacher only now? Why are you doing this police job?" Has it ever happened? Yeah.
Yeah, it did take place. In fact, while told, I was asked to give an explanation. आपने permission लिया है कि नहीं, and things like that. So I had to write back saying that I don't charge anything for teaching poor guys. In any case, they can't pay me anything. Number one. Number two, I teach them science and physics and maths. And number three, I don't do it in the time asked of me to be in office or doing my official work. My official work was never hampered. So therefore, it was like asking somebody after office hours, you go and watch movies. Did you take permission? I don't watch movies. I never. But I went and taught what's wrong. And I'm available on mobile. If there is a crisis, ring me up. Even if I'm at my home sleeping, how does it really matter?
Yeah. So, ये जितनी all the things that I have asked, ये सब I guess you have mentioned in your book. So I wanted to know कि ये book लिखने का, that Unbounded, ये लिखने का कब सोचा आपने? After your retirement या पहले से चल रहा था that you'll sometime you'll सबको एक साथ collaborate करके will write your experiences.
This thought never came to me seriously, although a couple of people, and I mentioned that in my book, when did this first idea get into my ears? I'd forgotten about it. But the real impetus came from COVID. I was locked up in my house for almost 2 years. I decided I'll write a book instead of wasting my time being locked up in the house. It took me almost 2 years
To write.